everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of the Chronically Empowered Mom podcast. Also here on YouTube, if that's where you're watching me. I'm really excited about today's topic because it's something that I do every day. I've been doing it for a while now. I didn't always have an affirmations process, but I just have to say that it really boosts your self-confidence and makes you feel large and in charge when you step out there in the real world for the rest of your day. So I just wanted to give you a few reasons that you should be starting an affirmations practice and what exactly an affirmations practice really is. So affirmations are statements that pretty much start with I am. What I love about them is it puts it in the present tense. It doesn't make you think of what used to be or what's going to be down the future or what you're going to do or what you intend to do. Takes that off the table and tells you what you are. Okay, so it builds your self-confidence because if you put yourself in a positive mindset, the rest of your day is going to be positive. So I have a gratitude practice that I perform every morning and every evening before I go to sleep because it just puts my mind in that right positivity to get the best dreams and also start my day on the right foot. I just want to give you some reasons for the reasons that you should have an affirmations process in your life. Okay, forgive me for stumbling over my words, but I've been practicing getting this recording just right. When you do a podcast, there are a lot of things in order, and also when you have a video that you want to do with the podcast, you also have to make sure that your video is set up right. The video has the microphone off screen, so it's not in the screen. I've got some notes that I want to make sure, I don't forget to touch upon. So I've got a lot of things that are in my face right now that you can't see, but forgive me if I'm a little distracted trying to get all ready for this. I haven't been doing this for too long. This is, I think, the 23rd episode, I believe, if I'm correct. I'm still trying to get into these big shoes, trying to fit them because this is really me. Okay, if I'm a little hyped up, it's just who I am. There's nothing but some green tea in here, maybe a little protein after the gym this morning. Yes, that's where I went. It's still what I'm dressed for. So I wanted to make sure that I came home and got this all out of my brain because it's just something that I start during my morning hours to think of what I want to share with the world. And I had to get this down in the recording, okay, so video, also audio, but I've been liking to do these morning thoughts every morning, like as soon as I get out of the gym, just 30 seconds, put it on TikTok, put it up on YouTube and also on Facebook with some family and friends that I have there. And it's just a great way to start your day. Affirmations totally do that as well. So they get your mind in the right mode. They start with I am. Now an affirmation is something that you affirm. It's something that is true. It wasn't thought of to be ever a lie. You're empowered. You are empowered. You don't need to validate that as a fact. It's just something that is. So if you affirm it, you're training your subconscious mind to believe that. I know that there are some world leaders that probably have said a lot of things through the years that are quite false and continue to, and I won't name names, but you just are surprised at the people who believe it also, the more that they hear it. You have to believe what you say. So sometimes if you've got nothing else better to say than a lie, if you keep saying that lie, it's going to become true. So the best thing that you can do is to say that positive stuff that makes things happen. And I am so empowered by doing this because I get to share this with the world. I don't just get to hold on to all this positivity for me. I feel like I have an abundance. I have an abundance of this positivity, and I want to share it with the world. So I am empowered. I am a sharing person. I am in charge, sitting here with all of this high-tech equipment, making sure that my Wi-Fi is working, that I'm plugged in so that I'm recording at the highest quality level I can for the recording. So a lot of things that have to be in order. And considering that I have MS, that's pretty amazing that I can do what I can. I worked out 5 o'clock this morning. I got up at 2:45 a.m., did my meditation, got my head straight, got it on right. So I'm telling you, affirmations totally work. They don't work overnight. Not going to happen. I'm going to actually give you a few affirmations to start with. And I'm going to actually share with you how I do my affirmations process in the morning. There is this amazing coach. His name is Kenneth Soares. He's in Norway, and he is on the Insight Timer app, which I highly recommend. If you don't know where to start in terms of meditation or being positive, gratitude, affirmations, this is the place that you want to start, because a lot of it is guided. So if you're a beginner, they can kind of guide you as to what to think and what to say to yourself. That's how I got it started. So Kenneth Soares has these amazing affirmations, meditations. So he has these kind of chants that are going on in the background, and they're like drum chants, and they're very different than anything I've ever heard of. So I was looking for one to share with you today, and I found a shamanic drum beat for self-power. And if that doesn't say it, I don't know what else does. Affirmations are completely supposed to get you powered. They're supposed to power who you are. So I'm going to play this in the background, and I'm going to share 10 affirmations for you. And I really hope that you come back to this podcast and you do these affirmations over again. Do them every morning. Try it for a few days. See how it works for you. You're going to believe it. You can do them looking in the mirror. You can write them in a journal. I actually start my practice every morning writing one affirmation down before my gratitude statements. So let's just go over 10 affirmations for your daily practice. I want to inspire you. I want to motivate you. And I think this is going to be life-changing if you've never done this before. Okay, so just let me turn on the music. I am worthy of love and respect, and I attract positive relationships into my life. I embrace change as an opportunity for growth and transformation. I am confident in my abilities and trust in my inner wisdom. I am grateful for the abundance in my life and open to receiving more. I release all negative thoughts and focus on the present moment. I am in control of my thoughts, and I choose to think positively. I forgive myself for past mistakes and move forward with a light heart. I am resilient and overcome any challenge that comes my way. I radiate positivity and inspire those around me with my optimism. I am the architect of my own destiny, and I create a life filled with joy and purpose. I am worthy of love and respect, and I attract positive relationships into my life. I embrace change as an opportunity for growth and transformation. I am confident in my abilities and trust in my inner wisdom. I am grateful for the abundance in my life and open to receiving more. I release all negative thoughts and focus on the present moment. I am in control of my thoughts, and I choose to think positively. I forgive myself for past mistakes and move forward with a light heart. I am resilient and can overcome any challenge that comes my way. I radiate positivity and inspire those around me with my optimism. I am the architect of my own destiny, and I create a life filled with joy and purpose. And with that, I'm going to let the music fade. So that was pretty amazing. So I wanted to do something that I've been doing for a while now with Ken Soares, and I've been listening to his affirmations. He's been kind of guiding me as I'm doing other things. Okay, I will say that I don't have a practice of just sitting down there and having my eyes closed and my ears open and my brain totally receptive to everything that's being said. I find that I do best when I can get myself ready for my day. This face, all of this makeup, my sunscreen, everything gets ready at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so that's the first thing. I always want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself, and I practice self-care. One of the other ways that I do self-care is with my affirmations. I just don't have the time in my day to wake up at the time I do to do it separately and meditate, if I want to get those in my head. So I can tell you honestly, okay, because I tried it and it's true, that you just need to let your brain come into contact with it. It's going to come into your subconscious mind. You don't have to sit there and that's the only thing that you do. I also listen to affirmations when I'm in my car driving to and from the gym, or anywhere else I am in town during my day. Okay, maybe not with people in the car, but when I have my me time, I can definitely, listen to anything that I want. I listen to, some chants, some chakra balancing and cleansing, and all kinds of stuff that you may not believe in, but whatever you believe is your thing. So so affirmations really work to build your self-confidence. And I don't know if you noticed, but when I was doing those affirmations with you, I believed them more the second time that I went through them with you. And if you look at the video or you listen to it, it may be a little bit more convicting because I really was living those words. I mean, I read them first, but then the second time that I went through it, I actually believed it, a little bit more. Because when I go to the gym in the morning, I know I inspire a lot of people. Coming in on my crutches, doing my thing, never miss a day. Excuse me. Hold on. Okay, a little bit more caffeine. Why not? You can let those thoughts come into your mind and wash over you like a waterfall. You don't really have to sit and just have that as the only thing going in between your ears. Okay, so you can totally trust me that it takes effect. Okay, so another thing that affirmations do is that they manage your stress. Look, if you're having a tough time, and I've had a tough day every now and then, I'm not going to say I haven't. There are days when I'm better. MS is unpredictable. It just is. Some days I feel better because the air is cooler, because I'm more well rested. Whatever reason, it's an unpredictable illness. Okay, and I know people without a chronic illness have good days and they have bad days. So if you may need a little bit of a pick-me-up to relieve your stress because things are going tough for you, just listen to some affirmations. Record them on your device. Have them whenever you need. Just listen to your memos. Again, the Insight Timer, a fantastic place to get them because they're already done. It's free membership. You can get a premium one, which I do. It's totally worth the money. And it just will take care of you. And I cannot say enough how affirmations have made me love myself more, take care of myself more. It's just huge, okay? So when you get those positive thoughts in your mind and you're talking to yourself like your own coach, and that's really what you do, it's very empowering. So you can also achieve your goals with affirmations because you're going to talk to yourself in the present tense. You can take an inhale on I am. I am. Fill it in with whatever word you'd like. I am empowering. I am caring. Okay, so if I wasn't empowering, I wouldn't be here with you. And because I do care about you and I'm thankful for you coming here, I just really feel that it makes a big difference and manages my stress level. You just saw I was coughing. I'm not going to say that I won't do it again. Sometimes you catch a little tickle in your throat. That's exactly what happened to me. So I wanted to talk myself out of it. I am. One thing that kind of breathing technique with an affirmation coupled with does is it really brings on that stress relief response because you're breathing. If you're not in control of things in your life as you want to be, one thing you can control is your breath rate. Okay, I'm not saying if you have asthma, you can't have control of it. I'm talking about your regular breath pattern. Okay, all things considered, if you take care of your asthma and you're breathing right, then you can definitely have some control over it. Okay, your temperature in your body, not much you can do about it. I know that there have been some monks that have controlled their own temperature walking in the snow with limited clothing, so I've heard of that. But I'm just saying that you can control your breath and you can be in control of something, and you can be in control of thoughts that go into your mind. Okay, so if you want to really work on that subconscious mind without you even having to think about it, get those affirmations going and have an affirmations practice. Okay, you will really become to be more patient with yourself and caring for yourself, because you will make that time for it to happen, because you will see so many good things happening from affirmations. And I know I talked a lot about gratitude in the past, and I'm just going to say a couple of things about it again. Having a gratitude practice has been monumental for me. No matter what happens in my life, I can always find the time to be grateful for something. Okay, no matter what, because there are a million things that could happen. But if you focus on the present, not worry about what the future is and what you used to be, but in the present, there are things to be grateful for. One thing that I'm looking at right now is that sun coming in my window right at me, right? Look at that lighting effect, irrelevant. That sun, there every day. No matter what happens, that sun is going to rise, it's going to set. Okay, and that's one thing I can always count on. I'm grateful for sunrise, sunset. I got a photo of me leaving the gym this morning, caught it a few minutes before the sun rose, okay, like up in the sky, that there was not going to be any color. And I was trying to snap a selfie of myself, and then a friend of mine, Chelsea, was heading into the gym, grabbed my camera, my phone, right, and she took a picture of me in front of that sunrise. I was so grateful for that. So I started my day with that gratitude for the friendship that I had that made that photo happen, and then for the sun rising another day. And for that moment in time that I captured that right when my workout had ended and I was walking to my car. Always something to be grateful for. Now, I could turn it around and come up with an empowering statement. I am powerful enough to wake up early in the morning and walk out by myself from my workout on my crutches out that door and have a photograph taken of me to capture that memory. So I did that as well. I am powerful. When I walked out of that gym, I was in power. Okay, so always think of some kind of affirmation starting with I am to start your day. There are other ways to form affirmations that are empowering statements. You don't need to worry about that. I just think a really easy way is to just start it with I am. So when I was translating my gratitude journal into Spanish, Diario de Gratitud, there was another way to say affirmations, afirmaciones, or I forget what the term was, but it was positivas. Positive statements, okay? So it was something that was a positive statement. Affirmations was a little overblown to say. It didn't translate exactly. So you just, need to start with I am and then some empowering statement, right? It's going to cultivate that positive mindset. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you keep doing it, it's going to happen. And I was just talking to my husband. He was in here, and I wanted to show him this cool Riverside FM that I'm recording this on, and I wanted to show him that he could go into my studio in the hall, and I would give him some questions, and he would record a podcast. He couldn't believe it. He was like, "How are you even interviewing me?" I was like, "I don't know, but you should be doing affirmations every day." He never done an affirmation in his life, and he's probably still not going to, but I can't convince you to. But you can see how I've become so positive. No matter what is happening to me, I'm always living in the present and being grateful for what I have. And one of these statements that really comes to me is that I once cried because I had no shoes till I met a man with no feet. So that's a statement about gratitude. But this thing with I am affirmations, I want you to think of it like this. We live in a society that just wants everything now. You want to pay for something. You can be something if you pay to have that which you want. If you want to be a personal trainer, you have to have a certification. You have to have education to do that, and then you can be a personal trainer. Now, I'm going to say this. I am a certified personal trainer, and I do believe in the value of an education by all means, okay? Especially if you're working with somebody and you want to be a resource, you should be an authority on it. So you should understand the latest and greatest in science in that area. However, before I was a personal trainer, I was a floor trainer at Gold's Gym back in the 90s. I don't want to date myself, but when I was a floor trainer, I was still training people. I was a trainer, so because I worked in a gym, I didn't have a certification at that time, which I do now, but I was a trainer. So if somebody wanted to work with me, it was like I was still a trainer, right? So I didn't have to have that certification. I was still known as a trainer. Now I'll say this. I have been doing this podcasting and blogging since December 22. I wanted to be a motivational speaker so much. I felt it in my heart, felt it in my bones. It was something that inspired me because I was already inspiring people every day when I went to the gym. Sorry if you're hearing the door slamming. I am in a house, so it is downstairs. But going back to my point, I was motivating people already, and I really wanted to get in connection and in touch with them on a deeper level. So I, wanted to be a motivational coach, motivational speaker, coach more one-on-one, right? So because of my condition and because I get fatigued sometimes and I wake up pretty stinking early, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to be there at a certain time. At some point, maybe I'll have coaching online. That would be great. But I want to motivate people more and connect. So I had this group called the Ladies Who Lift, and this summer they were able to come to my house, and I did a little gratitude practice with them. I wanted to just see if it worked. So that day, I really became a motivational speaker. Okay? Then I had a couple more times where they came to my house, small groups. We did a couple of workshops on manifestation. Now, I just took a chance and I booked something at the library. I was like, I am in charge. I am motivational. I can do this. I just kept pep talking myself, and I picked up that phone and I called the library and I just asked who was in charge of booking the adult events. I know that the community is big into engaging with the community and having events there. So sure enough, it was something that she was interested in. She actually wants to take it for herself. So I think it's awesome that I have an opportunity, but it's only because I've been speaking to myself and having others speak to me and guide me along a path. And that's been with affirmations. Other things too, I'm not going to lie. Gratitude, a big part of it. But every day I start my day with one affirmation statement. It's not hard. You can always do it. I say it to myself in the mirror. I believe it, and always smile. Okay, always smile at yourself first thing in the morning. A little smile, upturn, a lot less wrinkles and frowning, and it sets your mind for positivity. Like attracts like. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So if you want to have this law of attraction in your life, attracting good things that come to you, good people, good opportunities, affirmations are going to be completely in order for having that happen. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to, really? So I don't know how you think that you're going to get anything good happening unless you really start training your brain for that positivity and for other good things to come to you. So I really believe that manifesting, which is something that I'm going to be talking on and I'm going to be working on right after this to build my set list for my workshop, is affirmations. Now, I will say this. I was trying to see which kind of step in my process that I've used for manifestation was the closest to what affirmations would be for. Now, I have gratitude as the first step in a manifestation practice, right? Then it's really setting the intention. And then I figured out, I'm like, it really has to be this part, the surrender. Now, when you surrender, what that means is you just kind of eliminate your self-doubt that you can do something, and you also leave it up to the universe. You are made up of the same material as stars, as this earth. You are here, and the universe is going to take care of you. I don't care what you think, believe it, because the universe wants to take care of you, and the universe loves abundance and wants you to be positive. Like attracts like. I can't say that enough. So many good things have come my way. I never asked for them, but just the positivity attracts things. I'm not doing it because I get stuff. I'm doing it because it feels really good to be positive. And I can't do that without my affirmations practice, okay? So surrendering, when you surrender, you're really going to eliminate your self-doubt. and how good you think you are to get something done. I would have never in a million years thought that I was capable of having a podcast again after 9 years since the birth of my son, or a YouTube channel, or doing all the things that I'm doing. I never thought I'd be a personal trainer again. It just happened because I believed in myself. And I was so much happier in having a positive mindset than looking at myself negatively and thinking of all the things that I couldn't do anymore. And I see people on Instagram all the time. I see people on Facebook too, but I watch other people with other chronic illnesses and MS, and I feel badly that they get a lot of attention for the things that they're going through that are difficult. And I know that they're screaming for help, they're screaming for attention. I have bad days. I don't choose to use them to get any kind of pity from anybody. I feel that positivity attracts that positivity that I need to get myself out of a funk. And I really don't stay in a funk for very long, okay? I'm not gonna lie. When I was diagnosed at 36, that was a pretty funk, okay? I wasn't thinking of affirmations at all. I was just thinking of how to get out of that mess. Now, if somebody would have come to me with a gratitude practice, affirmations, I probably wouldn't have believed them because I wasn't ready. You have to be willing to receive. You have to receive this information. And I have to appreciate and honor the fact that you came to either view this video today or you came to just listen to the podcast. So I'm doing both because it's double-edged sword. It's killing two birds with one stone. So you have to think of where you are in your life. And if you're in a negative kind of a situation and you can't get out of it by yourself, find the help, okay? And just surrender. Know that He's looking out for you up there. Just the universe is looking out for you. And you can totally do anything that you set your mind to. If I can have a successful podcast, if I can write books, and do that with what I have, the chronic condition that I have, that there is no cure for, don't really care. We'll find it. Something's going to happen. And I'm hoping that AI is going to have a lot to do with it, because it's pretty cool what this intelligence is doing. And it's just able to repeat over and over again without even getting tired. So maybe there's going to be a cure for MS and a cure for all these other illnesses out there. I think that's where it's going to be. So anyway, I want to end with just saying that your affirmations will really give you a daily self-reflection that you should have. It allows you to really take a moment and think of the positive that you have to offer. There is something positive everybody in this world has to offer. You may not have found it yet, but I appreciate that you're here very much. Okay, so if you have any questions, please post them in the comments below. And I very much appreciate you checking out my website at chronicallyempoweredmom.com. I think this is episode 23, but Sean will tell you about that later. Okay, when he records his episode when he gets home from school. It's also Meet the Teacher night, so I'll have fun with that. There's a lot of hats that I wear, folks, and I love every one of them. And I appreciate you. Love you too. Take care.